Good evening. Welcome to NKU for this very special occasion. In just a few moments, distinguished guests from the Board of Education commencement with the respect and dignity it deserves so that everyone may enjoy together. Please take this moment to silence your cell phone. Also, please refrain from the use of any electronic or artificial noisemakers or anything else that may take away from the enjoyment of this event by our graduates. In a few moments, our band will play Pomp and Circumstance. Please stand during the processional and remain standing for the national anthem and the pledge. Thank you. At this time, will members of the choir please come forward? Please join and face the flag of the United States of America and join our choir under the direction of Miss Lauren Barnhill in the singing of our national anthem. Remain standing after the anthem as we will then say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Pledge allegiance to the flag. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening again. My name is Matt Schaefer, and I have the distinct honor and am so proud to stand here before you as the principal of Larry A. Ryle High School. We come together this evening as a school and as a community for the commencement ceremony of the class of 2026. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished guests seated on stage. Dr. Jeff Oswald, Superintendent of Boone County Schools. Dr. Jim Detweiler, Deputy Superintendent. Ms. Kim Best, Assistant Superintendent. Ms. Tara Drysdale, Assistant Superintendent. Mr. Darrell Denham, Executive Director. Mr. Eric Ball, Executive Director. And Ms. Kathy Rootman, Executive Director. Our board members, Ms. Karen Bird and Mr. Jesse Parks. It's also with great pleasure that I introduce the members of our administrative staff who have worked hard and dedicated this entire year, and have been an invaluable asset to me. Ms. Elaine Brendel, Assistant Principal. Mr. Andrew Dusing, Assistant Principal. Ms. Morgan Meadis, Vice Principal. Mr. Tony Pastora, Assistant Principal. Mr. Cody Ryan, Assistant Principal. Ms. Amy Coleman, Guidance Counselor. Ms. Tammy Dorgan, Guidance Counselor. Ms. Michelle Schilling, Guidance Counselor. And Ms. Elizabeth Tackett, Guidance Counselor. Principal is your counselor They outdid you guys this year. A lot more extra cheers for them. It is now my privilege to introduce and recognize some very special members of tonight's audience. Several members of the class of 2026 have made the honorable decision to enlist in a branch of the United States military. Would those students please stand so we may show our appreciation for your decision? We applaud your patriotism. Students, will you please remain standing, those students that just were? At this time, I would like to ask all active or veteran members of the branches of the United States military to stand and join our students. We appreciate your service to our great country. Graduates, your parents and guardians share this evening with you as well. Their pride and joy in your achievements reflect their support, encouragement, and their love. A special thank you goes to each mom, dad, guardian for entrusting your most valued possession with us. It has truly been our pleasure to have them in our midst. On behalf of your children, congratulations on a job well done, and thank you for the patience and perseverance in raising your children. At this time, I would like all parents and guardians of graduating students to please stand. To the class of 2026, your teachers also share tonight with you in a very special way. Their dedication, hard work, scholarship, and commitment have served to challenge you, setting before you a standard by which your efforts could be measured. For you, I publicly salute and thank them. They care more about you and work harder than you will ever know. I am very proud of all of our teachers and staff members here. Would the Ryle faculty and all teachers in the audience please stand to be recognized? Distinguished guests, fellow administrators, teachers, parents, friends, and especially the class of 2026. As your principal, it is indeed my honor to share this evening with you as we enjoy this very special occasion. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Ryle Band under the direction of Mr. Joseph Craig for a musical reflection. Delivering the charge to the senior class is Miss Elizabeth Schnelly. Miss Schnelly has been in education for 18 years, 14 of those years being at Larry A. Ryle High School. Besides being a teacher, Miss Schnelly also leads our DECA Club and has seen its membership grow exponentially during her tenure, making it the largest club at Ryle. However, and probably most importantly, just like many of you, Miss Schnelly is a parent of a 2026 graduate. At this time, please help me welcome Miss Elizabeth Schnelly to the podium to deliver the charge to the senior class.
Good evening, graduates, families, and faculty. As Mr. Schaefer said, my name is Elizabeth Schnelly, and I'm one of the business teachers at Ryle. Every graduation is special to me, but when Mr. Schaefer asked me to say a few words to the graduating class, I honestly panicked. This year is different. My firstborn is graduating alongside all of these amazing students. Students I've had the privilege of teaching, watching, and in many cases worrying about like they were my own. What could I possibly say to so many of you that I've known for so long? I reached out to everyone I knew who was a public speaker, and Ren's dad, who knows a thing or two about giving a good speech, had the best advice. He said, "Tell them exactly what you would say to our daughter." So, here we go. I've spent a lot of time talking to many of you about planning for the future, setting goals, creating strategies, thinking long term. And after all those conversations, I have one very important question for all of you. How many of you actually have a clear, detailed plan for exactly what you're doing next? Honestly, probably most of you. And that makes sense. This is a group that plans, prepares, and gets things done. But here's what business and life will teach you. Even the best plans, they don't stay the same. Welcome to the real world, where the plan is important, but the ability to adapt is everything. While I was preparing for today, I realized something. You are no longer just students. You're actually business startups. Some of you are fully launched. Business plan, 5-year goals, color-coded calendars. Some of you are still in what we might call the idea phase, which is a very professional way of saying, I really don't have any idea what I'm doing next. And let me reassure you, that is not only okay, it's completely normal. When I look back at my own path, I did not have everything figured out. I changed my major 3 times. It took me 4.5 years to graduate from the University of Kentucky. I had to work 2 jobs through college, and sometimes my grades suffered. I made some poor financial decisions, and I spent years cleaning up my credit. I was even fired from a job during college. I was waiting tables at a restaurant in Lexington, and they called me the morning of Christmas Eve to come in and sell gift cards. Oh boy. I told my manager I already had plans to go to my family's, celebrate Christmas. I was scared to death to tell him no, so I called my brother. I told him I couldn't come to family at Christmas. He said, "Elizabeth, come to Christmas. Family will always be more important." He fired me on the spot. I was so mad. I was so embarrassed. What have I done? I just got fired from a job. Years later, I lost my brother in a car accident, and I think back to that Christmas. It was truly one of the best ever. In business, we call that a pivot. In life, we call it growth. Strategies change. Unexpected things will happen. And the people who succeed aren't the ones who had everything figured out. They're the ones who are willing to adjust. So if your life plan changes 5 times in the next few years, congratulations, you're doing it right. Now, after watching many of you over the years, I want to leave you with just a few words of advice. First, and probably most importantly, your reputation is your brand. In business, a brand isn't just a logo or a slogan. It's trust. It's how people experience you, and the same is true for you as individuals. Your brand is built on how you treat people. Your brand is built on whether you show up, whether you follow through, whether you do the right thing, even when it's inconvenient for you. Because long after people forget about your GPA and your test scores, they will remember how you made them feel and whether they could count on you. Second, failure is not the opposite of success. In fact, it's part of it. In my classes over the years, some of your ideas worked really well. Some of them needed a little But here's the thing. In business, we don't call that failure. We actually call it data. Something didn't work? Good. Now you know. You move on to the next. The same applies to your life. Not every decision will be perfect. Not every path will go the way you expected. But that doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that you're learning. And the people who are willing to learn, willing to adjust, and keep going, they're the ones who build something really meaningful in their lives. Finally, stop comparing your life timeline to everyone else's. Right now, you're all about to head in different directions: college, military, careers, new opportunities, new challenges. Some of you will feel ahead. Some of you will feel behind. But comparison is really bad math, and it's also the thief of joy. You're measuring completely different lives, different goals, different challenges, and different starting points. There's no single right timeline for any of you. The only timeline that matters is the one where you keep moving forward and you don't quit. Now, I've had the privilege of watching many of you grow, not just as students, but as individuals, as people. I've seen you figure things out when they didn't make sense. I've seen you support one another. I've seen you show up on days when it probably would have been easier not to. And those are the days that actually define who you become. And I want you all to know something. You are more ready than you think. Not because you memorized everything perfectly, not because you never made a mistake, but because you learned how to adapt, how to try again, how to keep going. That is called grit. And those are the skills that actually matter in this life. So as you leave here today, I won't tell you to have everything figured out. I know I sure did not. Instead, I'll leave you with this. Take the risk. Send the email, make the phone call, apply for the opportunity, the promotion, the internship. Try the thing that feels just a little bit uncomfortable and out of your comfort zone, because you can always pivot. Build something you're proud of, whether that's a career, a family, or a true friendship that lasts a lifetime. And wherever you go next, remember, you are already a work in progress. You're not a finished product. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Congratulations, class of 2026. I can't wait to see what you build next, because your startup is just getting started. Thank you.
All right, class of 2026. When I think of this class, this amazing group of people sitting in front of me, there's only one word that comes to mind, and it's come to mind when I've started thinking about this speech starting in January, and that word is winner. This class has won at a lot of things, but I want to use a quote to set the stage of what I mean when I use the term winner. And I will say this, I never thought I would quote a Duke coach at Ryle's graduation. But you know what they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So as Coach K said one time about winning, when our focus is on preparation and sacrifice and effort, instead of on numbers on a scoreboard, then we will never lose. That's what I want to focus on in my next couple minutes. Now, let's talk about the scoreboard side of things. You guys have some very impressive successes on scoreboards. Representing Ryle on the field, the court, gym, pool, track, course, and any other venue where you were cheered, where many cheered you on saying, "Let's go Raiders." You have represented Ryle on the highest stages and had regional and state successes that many other classes have not. You've also helped usher in many new sports and become champions in those sports as well. Some of you made your impact through your creativity and the hard work and dedication you put into your craft. Representing Ryle on the stage, in exhibits, stadiums, auditoriums, and other venues, when sometimes you were cheered on by people chanting, "Let's go, Larry." My band folks know what I'm saying there. Whether that be the highest ratings at our band, choir, and others have ever received. To all the individuals who have published works on the state and national levels. And speaking of wins, and we did this at our honors night the other day, academically, you guys epitomize winning. From acceptance to prestigious universities such as Johns Hopkins, to appointments to the Air Force Academy and many, many other amazing academies, universities, and all the great things that you're going to do. You have been part of many firsts in Ryle history, such as the first teams to win a regional tournament in your sport, to the first groups to be honored at the state and national level for your craft. You have had some of the greatest successes that a Ryle graduating class has ever had, and that's in the classroom or in your particular arena. Your work ethic, determination, and your craft is something that will serve you as you continue on your journey. So regardless of the chant or cheer you heard as you were pursuing these, as Ms. Schnelly said, and she spoke about this, you are all part of the Raider family and will forever will be. However impressive those wins and accolades have been, though, trophies collect dust, and memories of those and successes will fade. The true definition of the winning spirit of this class comes beyond the scoreboards, the championships, the judges' score sheets, and or your grades. When I think of this class, I cannot help but think of a quote from Maya Angelou. The quote goes, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." You have impacted generations of future Raiders with your kindness and compassion. You are the class that has always brought energy to our pep rallies, who realized that they needed to be in the building as upperclassmen in order to help keep a connection to our school, who showed up and supported each other when our school has faced hardships, when we've had losses, either it be on the scoreboard, in a classroom, or real-world losses like the death of a classmate or a family member. You have shown up for each other. It has been in the gentle words of encouragement that you have given underclassmen and each other, and the smiles that you've extended to our staff that truly set you apart, and that's the winning that I'm speaking of. Class of 2026, as you step into the next chapter of your life, you will face many scoreboards and opportunities to win in the most traditional of ways. And I have no doubt that you'll crush those scoreboards, and you all are going to do amazing things and have wins and successes beyond your wildest dreams. But like the quote I used earlier, when your focus is on preparation, sacrifice, and effort instead of on numbers on a scoreboard, then you will truly never lose. No one can ever take that work ethic, that dedication, that attitude, or your kind heart away from you. These have served you well these last 4 years as you've cemented your legacy at Ryle High School. They will serve you even greater as you pursue the next chapter of your life. As you've heard me say many, many times, I love you guys. This world is such a better place because of each and every one of you. Please know that we will always be here for you no matter what challenges you encounter. Regardless of the challenges you face, this family, everyone around you, will always be here. As Ms. Schnelly said, you'll never regret looking out for family. This Raider family lives on forever. So thank you so much, class of 2026. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in the future. God bless, and go Raiders. At this time, will our marshals please come to begin the presentation of diplomas.
Blaine Rome Vaughn. Muad Abdullahi. Nana Adari. Nada Lizette Aguilar De Leon. Jennifer Aguilar Olivares. Diego Armando Aguilan. Brandon Damian Aguirre Gutierrez. Amina Amatashevich. Meredith Catherine Allball. Thomas Eric Alexander. Destin Jaden DeAnthony Allen. Drew Michael Allen. Kaya Jasmine Allen. Remy McKenna Allen. Matias Alvarez Justi. Angel Martin Ambrosio Valeda. Luke Michael Amon. Eva Mary Anand. Madison Claire Anderson. Jonathan Henry Aarons. Addison Taylor Armstrong. Aiden Richard Arnst. Judith Magnolia Arriaga Galvez. Madison Elizabeth Arstingstall. Sophie Lynn Arvin. Piper Lillian Asherman. Landon Christopher Ashcraft. Ryan Marcus Boimler. Amadou Bobo Ba. Braylon Bailey. Daron Draven Bailey. Megan Renee Bailey. Lucy Abigail Baker. Sophie Erica Banau. Jackson Richard Barker. Alexis Marie Barnes. Jazz Garland Bartlett. Nathan William Bashaw. Samuel Benton Basinger. Joshua Andrew Bast. Brant Ryan Bauer. Lucas Wayne Bays. Madison Sue Beach. Kyle Alexander Beatty. Sebastian Elliott Beck. Jada Elizabeth Beckner. Wyatt Stone Beadle. Skylar May Banash. Taylor Madison Ballou. Coriandra Lee Bell. Baron Nicholas Bender. Abigail Rose Benton. Robert Cooper Benton. August Lee Bivens. Lauren Kate Bloodworth. Haley Mae Bowles. Reagan Lynn Booth. Olivia Marie Bowman. Carter Matthew Bragg. Troy Anthony Bronk. Caleb Keith Brooks. Ainsley Gail Marlowe Brown. Braden Robert Brian Brown. Christian Blake Brown. Cale James Bruce. Michaela Lee Bruner. Amanda Helen Buckley. Isaac Abdirahman Buho. Tamara Renee Burkhart. Anderson William Bird. Sean Andrew Cahill. Eli John Caldwell. Kenton Chad Caldwell. Carlos Alexis Camacho Brigido. Isabella Grace Carnavali. Tiana Jasmine Carr. Nathan Lee Carrillo. Trey Maddox Carter. Sienna Nicole Cassidy. Viviana Castellan Trejo. Isabella Marie Catanzaro. Maxwell Joseph Sesteric. Kara Renee Chambers. Anna Chang. Boston Chance Chapman. Khalid Sheik. Micah Ethan Clare. Billy James Clotaire. Ethan Matthew Coburn. Robert Parker Cohen. Hayden Spencer Coleman. Carly Renee Ann Renee Collier. River Emmeline Collier. Erin Elizabeth Collins. Robert Anthony Capola. Allison Diane Cordon Hernandez. Lily Alexander Cotton. Addison Stephen Kokenauer. Iris Lillian Cox. Janelle Adana Crupper. Jason Elijah Cummins. Jacob Ashton Logan Curtis. Deco Daff. Julia Lynn Dallover. Ava Noel Dalton. Aiden John Davis. Sydney Marie Davis. Zane Parker Davis. Antonino Michael DiMaria. Bryce Robert Denigan. Ishan Deshpande. Anand Puchutam Dithet. Lydia Elizabeth Davida. Mandy Marie Dodds. Bradley Rohan Doman. Braylon Kenneth Domack. Sergio Don Juan. Kendall Lynn Donahue. Josephine Jean Donahue. Madeline Elizabeth Donovan. Alyssa Jane Dorgan. Brian Michael Dorgan. Austin Allen Dorgan. Kerrigan Lee Dorgan. Haley Michelle Downey. Jerry Drain III. Ryan Joseph William Drake. Braden Tyler Driscoll. Bruxton Cole Eager. Braden David Eichenberg. Steve, wait here. Braden Jacob Alexander Elder. Wait. Are you ready? Steve Lemfu Diakandulu. Lori Ann Elliott. Audrey Nicole Emmerich. Mariana Encarnacion Gorosita. Lily Nicole Engelhart. Aiden George Erickson. David Thomas Evans. Jordan Matthew Evans. Joseph Connor Stephen Eversole. Callie Kathleen Fetters. Samuel Gregory Pfister. Ava Catherine Ford. Jacob Corbin Ford. Malachi Joseph Friedman. Christopher Ryan Fulmer. Ariana Yukie Faruda. Jimena Gallon. Rayleigh Brooke Gallagher. Vincent Paul Gallucci. Sruthi Parvathy Gandhi Ramanathan. Isaac Garcia. Natalie Monserrat Garcia. Valeria Guadalupe Garcia. Monserrat Garcia Maldonado. Jose Arturo Garibay. Thomas Munhoz Gavaret. Bo Evans Gay. Evan James Geis. Mary Catherine Goddard. James Wyatt Godfrey. Jasmine Gomez. Elder Alexis Gomez Alvarado. Frisdy Gonzalez Aguilar. Dana Whaley Green. Levi Allen Green. Cassie Joe Gripsover. Zachary Evan Gunning. Dayanara Guzman Noricambo.
Jacob Daniel Haas. Sawyer Lee Haley. Lear Halili. Jordan Thomas Hall. Jennifer Bell Hamilton. Cheyenne Diamond Lynn Hamlin. Libby Madison Hayner. Wade Charles Harris. Kenneth Jermaine Harrison. Charles Benjamin Harwood. Parker Christian Hay. Sean Patrick Hayes. Morgan Elise Heater. Austin James Himsath. Megan Aaliyah Henley. Arlo Hensley. Ronan Arthur Herbert. Angelo Granados Hernandez. Dennis Efrain Hernandez. Oscar Hernandez. Dara Bankham Herpara. McKenna Rose Hershey. Marcos Johannes Hunderkamp. Audrey Michelle Hoffman. James Reed Hopper. Landon William Huber. Mariah Marie Huffman. Zayden Alejandro Hughes. Noah Vincent Highland. Natel Nizar Ibrahim. Aki Autumn Ida. Braden Allen Ingalls. Peyton Joseph Ingalls. Brady Michael Irwin. Olivia Ann Jaquist. Savannah Alexis James. Carson Todd Jenkins. Andrew Patrick Johnson. Zin Regina Johnson. Jalen Reese Jones. Justice Levi Jones. Areli Lizeth Juarez Diaz. Ellie Claire Kaiser. Davine Kalamba Mukanjila. Maximilian Riley Carvat. Harleen Kaur. Violet Kaiholz. Anthony Joseph Kemper. Colin Michael Kemper. Preston John Scott Kimsey. Dale James King. Caitlin Grace Kinster. Georgia Jane Canale. Chase Anthony Knopf. Camille Marie Kohler. Yoda Kondo. Noah Frederick Kreitzer. Yoshi David Miller Arcajo Kraus. Madison Elizabeth Kruer. Zachariah Jacob Lampkin. Jaden Faith Larison. Kaysen Michael Lay. Ansley Elizabeth Ledford. Dylan Brooks Lee. Blake Jeffrey Leiker. Macy Joe Lewis. Darcy Linares. William Patrick Lindeman. Phoebe Ann Linden. Cole Preston Little. Lana Zoe Locklear. Miriam Abigail Lopez Quevedo. Landon James Loudon. Avery Joanne Love. Cameron Jean Lowry. Carissa Rose Lowry. Kendall Joe Lowry. Charlize Maria Lowy. Jordan Jewels Lumpkins. Thor Sakata Weston Lund. Gavin Allen Lee Lyons. Connor Robert Machieski. Catherine Lillian Madigan. Douglas Earl Mahoney. Dylan Thomas Maley. Ava Madeline Marshall. Christian Alexander Martinez. Katie Elizabeth Mason. Lauren Claire Mason. Adrian Mata. Luzala Madalena Mateus. Phil Cass Mabongo. Paxton Charles McKelvey. Bailey Sky McLaughlin. Alan Montez Mejia. Andrea Melendez Fuentes. Gabriela Gianna Mendez. John Matthew Merriman. Olivia Isabella Metsidis. Shakina Congo Fulu. Ethan Robert Millet. Zinabu Mohammed Lamine. Brandon Lee Monday. Noe Monroy. Caralia Coral Montez Nunez. Jaden Leanne Moore. McCartney Rose Moore. Xavier James Mormon. Max Eden Morris. Gavin Alexander Moses. Steve Uriel Munoz. Anai Muro. Addison Lene Murphy. Joshua William Murphy. Brianna Morgan Murray. Jared Riley Napier. Abu Nadai. Madison Lynn Neely. Jalen Ann Nicely. Addison Marie Nicholas Alsip. Cambria Joy Nichols. Nicole Maggie Neuweiser. Charles Alexander Odell. Colt McKay Oglesby. Luke Kenneth O'Hara. Annika S. Okuda. Kiara Michelle Oliver. Abigail Sheila Ott. Alexandra Judith Ott.
Valeria Alejandra Pacheco. Ashley Paredes. Alexis Marshall Parker. Hunter Jackson Parker. Ava Nicole Parsons. Arna Bavish Patel. Dharmi Patel. Rain Lee Patzel. Josephine Taylor Pelton. Pedro Alonso Pena. Alejandro David Hernandez Perez. Ingrid Michelle Perez Arguello. Aubrey Don Perrin. Mackenzie Hart Peters. Robert Patrick Pigeon. Christopher Pimentel Martinez. Morgan Avery Poe. Ella Ray Poitras. William Joseph Press. Eden Grace Proctor. Kendall Elizabeth Ray Schulte. Lillian Carol Rains. Jocelyn Ariana Ramirez. Jorge Luis Ramirez Villanueva. Aaron Jennings Ramsey. Daniel Patrick Ray. Georgie Lynn Reed. Jack Rehill. Brooklyn Rosalie Ryber. Hopeland Faith Reinhardt. Gabriel Michael Remke. Isabella Lee Reynolds. David Andrew Rich. Alyssa Lee Richardson. Bryson Daniel Richardson. Lane Michael Rickey. Isaiah Anderson Riddick. Anthony Yair Reefer. Eduardo Francisco Reefer. Eva Marie Robinson. Caden Lee Robinson. Rain Adaya Robinson. Emmanuel Rodriguez. Darren Hoffman Rogers. Jameson Wyatt Rogers. Sophie Elizabeth Rogers. Brooklyn Jeanette Rowland. Parker Mitchell Rowland. Lilu Shui Rose. Colton Matthew Ross. Alex Joseph Rotman. Tyler Edward Roy. Melanie Ryan Rudolph. Benjamin Michael Glover. Kanuk Sahani. Alexander Gabriel Sanchez. Brandon Sanchez Hernandez. Nathan Josiah Santamal. Nicholas Gabriel Sarian. Haley Elizabeth. Jacob Anthony Savage. Miley Paige Seville. Elijah Jeffrey Sherberg. Natalie Jean Sherberg. Callan Dean Schmidt. Riley Lynn Schneider. Cooper Allen Schultz. Navneeth Selvaraju. Saul Sevilla. Aiden Wilson Sherritt. Jose Silva de la Sancha. Jacob Nathaniel Simon. Haley Elise Simpson. Madeline Elizabeth Ruth Singleton. Rachel Adele Sizelove. Emily Ryan Smith. Kyle Lawrence Smith. Reagan Dana Smith. Riley Afton Elizabeth Snodgrass. William Frederick Sparks. Matthew Wesley Stamps. Emma Christine Steffen. Caleb Anderson King Steimer. Gabriella Irma Jill Stevens. Tanner Michael Sterling. Samuel Wolfgang Stevens. Carson Douglas Stewart. Anna Elizabeth Storer. Autumn Jane Storer. James Bruno Sterlevich. Carson John Stolenberger. Nicholas Masato Sugimoto. Ava Louise Talley. Eric Tomeo Ramos. Cole Samuel Taylor. Riley Marie Tester. Noah Avery Tharp. Olive Maya Twaits. Madeline Marie Todd. Alexander Dean Towner. Grayson Joseph Trapp. Catherine Elizabeth Travis. Benjamin Michael Tucker. Karma Jewel Turpin. Valeria Andrea Valero Vasquez. Dylan Thomas Von Benschaden. Tyla Liera Vasquez. Alexandra Vasquez Lucas. Nathan Parker Virax. Paki Verma. Lauren Patricia Vu. Kansas Aljanae Wade Beraters. Marlena Nevea Wardia. Ava Grace Warner. Reese Alex Warner. Madison Elizabeth Ann Warren. Nathan Wraith Watkins. Connor Dale Watson. Eleanor Jane Watson. Oliver Cash Watson. Riley Nicole Watson. Demi Brooke Weaver. Stella Grace Welch. Maya Jordan Wessel. Olivia Ray West. Roger Anthony Weston. Amelia Grace Whalen. Anthony Charles White, Jr. Adam J. Wickie. Benjamin Michael Wiggins. James Andrew Webrink III. Levi Nolan Wilson. Liliana Danielle Wilson. Ren Olivia Wilson. Matthew Anthony Withrow. Leanne Riley Wolf. Kai Patrick Workman. Kaylin Ember Wrench. Cooper Allen Wren. Harry Yan. Jaden Scott Yenzer. Amber Lynn York. Alexis Leanne Zeisler. So proud of you, dude. Edward Clarence Zip. Japheth Alexander Morset. Jacob James May.
Students, please stand. At this time, move the tassel on your cap to the left, signifying your graduation from Larry A. Ryle High School. Ladies and gentlemen, by the recommendation of the faculty and the authority vested in me by the superintendent, I present to you the class of 2026. Marshals, please come forward to begin the recessional.